Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more FIFA 20 Career Mode rebuilds here today on the channel. If you want to see more rebuilds like this, the best thing you guys can do is to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on, let me know in the comments, feedback and suggestions, and feel free to leave a dislike. The main objective of my FIFA 20 Career Mode rebuilds is to win as much silverware as possible on Ultimate difficulty, with an emphasis on transfers and tactics to win at all means against the top European sides, our rivals, and getting to finals, with the main objective of winning the UEFA Champions League. Also got to give a huge shout out to Mr. Rebuild himself, Jared HD. I've made the decision from now on that all my FIFA Career Mode rebuilds will be a culmination of my episodically released Career Mode series. A bit of a montage, if you will, so we can have the best of both worlds. Hour-long Career Mode content and episodically released videos. Now, understandably, this style of edited rebuild will have some slight continuity errors within my commentary, calling things episodes and asking for signings and feedback when the series is already concluded. But apart from that, guys, I hope you really enjoyed this hour-long Career Mode series, and I have more to come. Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome to the start of a brand new FIFA 20 career series here today on the channel. We're back on FIFA's realism mod on Ultimate difficulty. We're going to be rebuilding Borussia Dortmund here today. So if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on. Let me know in the comments feedback and suggestions for the series, tactics and players you would like me to sign in January. The main objective for this series is to win the treble, try and win the Bundesliga, the domestic Super Cup, and obviously German Cup, the Pokal, and try and reach the final of the UEFA Champions League. Let's get stuck into it. We have £100,000 in the bank, and to compete over those multiple competitions and bring Champions League glory back to Dortmund, we're going to have to splash the cash. Now, in real life, we've recently signed Haaland from Red Bull Salzburg, so he's going to be joining us at the start of this career. Our first official signing, though, in the transfer window, we've gone out and signed Real Sociedad's Spanish winger Oyarzabal, who is 22 years of age, £39 million, and we're looking a little bit lackluster on the wings. Sancho is heavily rumoured to be leaving in real life, so we will need a replacement for him. I've also gone out and made the decision to sign Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He has handed in his transfer request to the Arsenal board, and they're ready to capitalise on his last move. In real life, it looks like he could be going to Barcelona, maybe even PSG, but we've managed to snatch him up here for £30 million. He's 30 years of age, 88 overall. He's not going to be my starting in the starting 11 every single week. He will be rotating with Haaland as he has the potential. However, to compete over multiple competitions in the German Domestic Cup and in the Champions League, he will be having some first team starts. So this is the squad I'm going to be playing with this season, a 4-3-3. Haaland up front, Sancho, Oyarzabal on the right, Royce, Brandt, Witsel in the midfield. In the defence, we've got Hummels, Schultz in the left back spot. We're also, unfortunately, going to have to play a second goalkeeper here as Berkey is out with an injury. We're going to have to play Hitz, and we've got Hakimi as our right back. Coming up, we have our first match of the season against Bayern Munich. They're going to be our main rivals. They've also gone out and signed Marcus Rashford. Timo Werner has left to join Atletico Madrid, and with the striker transfer of Aubameyang to Barcelona falling short, they have gone out and signed a new striker, Barcelona. They've signed Belotti. So here's our first real chance of silverware here today against Bayern Munich, our main and arch rivals. There's the Bundesliga license in FIFA 20. So we're going to have a cool and unique graphics pack for the season. Then after this match, we've got the opening match of the season against, I think it's Augsburg or Berg. However you say it. So we're going up against Bayern Munich. Let's have a look at their squad. Coutinho, Lewandowski, Gnabry, Thiago Alcantara. They've recently signed Marcus Rashford. So we've got Aubameyang and Haaland up front. They're going to have Rob Lewandowski and Marcus Rashford. The battle of the Bundesliga begins. Haaland to Hakimi. Getting into the box. Puts it aerially to Brandt. And everyone misses it. Unfortunately, with the absence of Berkey, we are heavily exposed in the defence. We might even need to pick up a goalkeeper because he has a 5 to 6 week injury. It's quite severe. We are playing on Fiverr's realism mod, of course. So I recommend you go check it out. Sancho on the break here now. Gets the shot off at Manuel Neuer. 0-0 just before the 10th there. A nice little cutback and piece of skill move from Sancho. Gets the shot on target against the German Giants. Haaland looking to get the flick on. He's sent through Oyarzabal and it's been snuffed out by Bayern Munich. Alba finding Coutinho there. So if we don't win a major piece of silverware this season, I'll consider this series a failure. Oh, Royce there on the counter-attack to Haaland. Takes a touch. He's trying to beat Theo Hernandez, a natural left-back, and Haaland's gone all the way. It's Erling Haaland to make it 1-0 just before the 20th minute there and put Borussia Dortmund in front. What technical ability to beat the goalkeeper there, and what a finish by Erling Haaland to make it 1-0 in the Super Cup. Get in. Now, it's actually pronounced Haaland, like Hall. When you'd look at that type of name, you'd be like Haaland or Haaland. It's a Hall, like an English Hall, which is interesting. Sancho looking to find Royce there. There's acres of space with Oyarzabal. That name, I find it difficult to pronounce, but he's broken away there on the left-hand side. Really good potential, the Spanish winger. Real Sociedad through and through. I believe he played a couple international games for Spain. He's got huge potential, and we need a natural sort of right winger on that side. We've got we've got Torgan Hazard on the bench. Witzel in midfield. Julian Brandt over the last couple of FIFAs, I would consider like a winger or a right-sided midfielder. But the way he's playing for Dortmund, he's playing sort of a more central attacking style role, and it actually quite suits him. There was obviously that... Oh, Haaland there gets the shot blocked, trying to make it 2-0. There was that really interesting talking point with Jurgen Klopp that Mo Salah on the right-hand side, when Liverpool was looking for a right winger, he wasn't even first on the list. It was actually Julian Brandt. But Haaland, once again, what is this finishing he has? 2-0 to make it that in the Super Cup in the 42nd minute. I'm getting sidetracked there. Yeah, Mo Salah wasn't even on the list, and even he was surprised about how he grew as a player. And he smashed the proverbial glass ceiling. But Haaland there, sensational scenes against Bayern Munich, scoring a brace. Can he score a hat-trick like he did in real life in his first match? So yeah, so even Jurgen Klopp, a fair few seasons ago, thought that Brandt... Oh, and Pavard scored there. Damn it. So we've done quite well to hold off Bayern Munich there until the 54th minute. And it's Benjamin Pavard. Bayern Munich just really needs some battlers. They need some bastard centre-backs, because I feel like Pavard is a left-back. He's not strong enough. In a 4-3-3 kind of works as a centre-back. But you can't do the same with Theo Hernandez as well. It's time to make some substitutions. Let's bring on Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Haaland has scored a brace. He is exhausted. Let's bring on Thorgan Hazard on the right-hand side, and we'll bring in Götze as the centre forward. Instead of playing Thorgan Hazard in the starting 11, because we've got Sancho on the right, I needed a left-sided player to whip balls into the box. Götze hits the post there. That was eerily similar to his German World Cup winning goal. But I felt like I'd rather bring on Thorgan on the left, or depending who's more exhausted, as a sort of second substitution. He is good enough to play in the starting 11, but I thought Zabal would be it would fit better. But Aubameyang's eager to oh my god, he's the bloody crossbar there. He's determined to be back, bring back and raise the stock in the Bundesliga after having a controversial time at Arsenal. He wants to win silverware once again. It's a good ball there. But having Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang fresh off the bench, even though he is 30. Oh, he turns his man there. It's Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to make it 3-1 in the 74th. That's the type of goal I want when the defence are knackered, exhausted from the front three push of Haaland, Sancho and Oyarzabal. And we can bring on Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Hazard just to put the final nail in the coffin. But I've got to give it to my defence. Hummels is commanding the defensive line spectacularly, with our 70 rated goalkeeper Hitz having to come in for that. Oh, Gnabry's here, created a counter-attack himself. Sancho getting sloppy, but Hakimi snuffed that one out spectacularly. And hopefully we can create a counter-attack. Götze, we're going to be playing him a lot this season. There's very few sort of natural, I would consider like the perfect centre forwards in world football. Oh my god, Royce nearly zipped that one there. But yeah, we're going to be playing him a lot. I still think he's got a lot to offer Dortmund this season for myself. In real life, he could potentially be leaving. So in our first match of the season, we've gone out and beaten Bayern Munich 3-1 with a Erling Haaland brace and a substitutional appearance goal by Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. The Super Cup in Germany is like the Community Shield in England. A nice day out against the two sides, but a minor piece of silverware I would consider. Marco Royce, the captain, lifting the trophy. We have been hit with a pretty major setback, losing Hitz, so we might need to look... losing Berkey and bringing in Hitz, and losing an 85 rated goalkeeper when we want to try and win all of our major pieces of silverware and objectives is going to be difficult. I've gone out and signed Leon Bailey for £69 million, as unfortunately there's nothing I can do about it, guys. Manchester United have launched a £155 million bid for Sancho. The board is absolutely gobsmacked by the amount of money they've made, and there is nothing I can do about it. I wanted to play this Borussia Dortmund Career Series to play with Sancho, Royce, and Hazard and the like. So, trust me, I didn't want Sancho to leave, even for £150 million. But the board has gone over my head, and he will be a Manchester United player, as they have lost Marcus Rashford. But that's Fiverr's realism mod. It does look likely that he's going to be leaving, but especially when they've sold Marcus Rashford, they have a war chest of £200,000 at their disposal. And the board has accepted his buyout clause, which has nothing to do with me, nothing I can do about it. They've gone over my head, but we're going to be able to sign the next best thing in Germany. Leon Bailey will be replacing him on that left-hand side. So welcome to the first match of the Bundesliga. We face Augsburg at our home stadium. Don't really recognise anyone there, but we're playing at Signal Iduna Park. Let's get stuck into the first Bundesliga match. Dortmund defending a set piece already, but Berkey's out for 7 whopping weeks. Hitz is in the defence. So if we concede a large amount of goals and start looking to have a bit of a leaky defence, we've got to watch out there. But Haaland starts off the scoring there. He's not the sort of most quick sort of players, but he has this uncanny finishing ability up front. He's only 79 rated, as it were. Really nice pass there. He's got the creative backs behind him of Royce, Brandt. Unfortunately, Sancho is going the other way. He does make an appearance here today in his last potential match, but it looks likely that he'll be a Manchester United player by the end of the episode. Schultz coming in there with the tackle. Axel Witsel playing the more defensive but pragmatic pressing role. Dortmund on the push here, puts it aerially to Sancho on the chest, but Lichtsteiner, the former Arsenal Swiss right back, cuts it out. Hummels gets it aerially and Hakimi recycles possession. Royce, my main attack-giving creating midfielder. Haaland, Hummels through on goal. It's Hummels! I don't know why he's so far forward there, but he saw a gap in Augsburg's line. Brandt there to make it 2-0 in the 35th minute just before. It's 2-0 against Augsburg, and Julian Brandt scores his first goal of the Bundesliga campaign. A nice little flick on by Haaland. Royce does get caught out there trying to cut back and recycle the ball. Schultz with a demanding fullback tackle there to Brandt. Witsel with the progressive pass. Haaland with the really nice turn. Royce with the second turn. And he goes for goal. Has been saved. Oyarzabal goes for goal, but can't quite curl that one back in the second half now. 2-0 up. We've still got the rapid pace and goal-scoring acclimate of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Thorgan Hazard on the bench. Royce looking to find Witsel. Haaland gets put in a dangerous area in the box. He goes straight for goal as he got closed down and couldn't get the cross over the top. Augsburg now shattered and sort of dismayed with the 2-goal deficit, trying to build up some solidity here and trying to slip through a through ball to their left-sided winger there, but Hakimi with his rapid pace on loan from Los Blancos. Real Madrid is going to snuff out and gobble those ones up all day. Hahn on the right-hand side pushing for Augsburg. They just need to get into the box and get a shot on. Lichtsteiner. Khedira. I don't know if that's Sami Khedira from Juventus or potentially his brother, because from the top of my head, I think he's got a footballing brother. Same with the Boateng brothers. And Sven and Lars Bender as well. But a huge transfer has just come in. Luka Modric has signed for the Bavarians for, it doesn't say, but I'm assuming a huge, huge fee. We've got a triple substitution coming on here. Leon Bailey looking to replace Sancho. That move is inevitable. He's coming off the bench along with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Thorgan Hazard. Witsel pushing forward here now. Gets the shot blocked. It looked like it could have been a potential handball, but it was snuffed out. Augsburg on the break here. They've slipped through the defence of Matt Hummels, and he's had to go in and get a slide tackle there. We have managed to win it back. Philip Max, the left back for Augsburg. He was amazing in my Football Manager 2019 Liverpool career mode. But Aubameyang makes it 3-0 there just before the 79th. And that's what I want. I want to be able to put these matches away comfortably. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, 88 overall. He should be in the starting 11, but he's 30 years of age. He's going down in stats along with his stamina. But if Haaland can score 2 and Aubameyang with 1, that is the system I'm going to play. Royce looking to bring in Thorgan Hazard to put his name on the score sheet now in the 81st. He gets the tackle blocked, but it wasn't a foul, and he kept on going and advantage was given. I maybe should have tried to fall in the box. That's those type of opportunities you get. You nearly sometimes want to straight up get the penalty chance. So 3-1 against Bayern Munich and a 3-0 victory against Augsburg there. Sancho has officially been sold to Manchester United for £155 million. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm really disappointed that Sancho won't be in our career series this time around. His evaluation is 82 million. We've managed to put on the Manchester United tax and essentially extort them, but now he is a Manchester United player through and through. Start things off, unfortunately the board has gone over my head and sold Jadon Sancho for a whopping £155 million. His evaluation at the current standing was 80. I'm not going to lie, we've definitely extorted Manchester United there, and we've applied the classic Manchester United tax, of course. Now, I really wanted to keep Sancho, but there was not really too much I could do about it. The board went over my head and accepted his buyout clause. Now, in doing so, we were budgeted for £60 million this season. We had one, maybe two players in mind, and I went out and signed them. First of all was, of course, the Spanish international winger, Oyarzabal. We managed to bring him in, along with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, the winger for the future, of course. Aubameyang being transfer listed at Arsenal and picking him up for £30 million. With the selling of Sancho, that gave us an additional funds to sign Leon Bailey as a replacement. However, with those funds now coming in for Sancho, we can sign another world-class winger. And with Leroy Sané handing in his transfer request to Manchester City, heavily rumoured to be joining, of course, Bayern Munich in real life, we've managed to snatch him up in a coup of sorts and bring him to Dortmund. The former Schalke Bundesliga player, you never know, those old rivalries might not work out well. The rivalry between Schalke and Bayern Munich and even Dortmund, of course. But he's now come to our club. He's made the decision to join the new hopeful title winners of the Bundesliga. The main objective of this series, of course, is to win the Bundesliga. We want to go out and try and win the German domestic cup, the Pokal, and bring Champions League glory back to Dortmund. We've already won, of course, the Super Cup. But let's have a look at Bayer Leverkusen here today. The first match coming up this week. So, they've restructured their backline massively, and that's Fiverr's realism mod on ultimate difficulty. The AI goes out and is incredibly pragmatic and rebuilds their squad adequately. Bayer Leverkusen have a lackluster defense, and they've gone out and signed two of some of the best available German internationals. First in Jerome Boateng, and second into Rudiger from Chelsea. Unfortunately, we have lost Berkey for 7 weeks, an 85 rated goalkeeper, of course. We have to bring in our Swiss international hits. We've managed to bring it back here to 1-1 with a really nice Erling Haaland assist to Marco Royce, the number 11, to score his first goal of the Bundesliga. We're playing at home just before the 16th minute there. Bayer Leverkusen coming in at Signal Iduna Park. Royce trying to create a counter-attack here. Bayer Leverkusen do have a lot of quality players, and they've had on their books in previous years as well. Of course, Javier Hernandez, and now they have Kai Havertz. Speaking of the devil, he makes it 2-1 in the 19th minute there. Unfortunately, definitely a player we could identify and potentially bring into Dortmund if the right players are sold. But for now, Kai Havertz is at Bayer Leverkusen. Brandt trying to create something here. Haaland, we've got Royce, and Sancho in the starting 11. Royce with the cutback gets caught out by the Bayer Leverkusen defence, who has been quite strong and stalwart in today's match. Julian Brandt holding up the ball well. Haaland turns Jerome Boateng and can't quite capitalise against the Finnish goalkeeper there. Kai Havertz trying to get the progressive pass in. Sancho has to drop back, but he's heavily contested there. Diaby gets tackled in the box, and Hakimi very comes close to giving away a penalty. Haaland finds Brandt. A lot of forward momentum there. We're going back to the 4-3-3 gegenpress, high-octane attack. I love closing down the enemy opposition and trying to create quick, rapid counter-attacks. In doing so, it does leave the defence open, and especially without a high-rated goalkeeper. We are heavily relying on our 78-rated goalkeeper, which isn't the best for a Bundesliga campaign. And there is a lot of top-quality opposition in this league, especially the top six. It's still quite defined. We've got, of course, Bayern Munich, Bayer Leverkusen, Wolfsburg, Werder Bremen. We've got Schalke and Rasenball Leipzig, and even some of the lower teams have quality there. But Royce brings it back to 2-2, and just before half-time, it's well needed. Bayer Leverkusen were here ready to put us to the sword. We've managed to score the equaliser and bring back sub-dignity at home. It doesn't help with the foggy fixture upon us. Hazard, fresh off the bench, trying to create something in Bayer Leverkusen's final third. Brandt wins the header. Thorgan Hazard has to track back, but Sane is intercepted on his debut. Julian Brandt now. Haaland just colliding with Jerome Boateng there. He would love to take points away from Dortmund. Julian Brandt keeps going against his former side. Goes for goal. It's 3-2. And he is not ashamed to be celebrating there. It's a magnificent goal there. A really great individual goal there by Julian Brandt to score his second goal of the season. I really quite like the central midfield attacking-minded position he is playing. Starting to make some substitutions here now. We've got a triple threat coming on of Oyarzabal and, of course, Leon Bailey and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to put the pressure on. This is what I want to keep the attacking momentum with fresh, rapid legs. Rudiger, Weiss trying to bring it out from the back. This is a really well put together Bayer Leverkusen squad, and as you can see, they're really putting us to the sword here and testing us. 3-2 is the only scoreline. We're just sneaking through there in the 63rd. Royce tries to whip it into the box. Witzel can't quite get to it. Brandt gets it down from foot to ball. Dortmund pushing further, trying to see an opportunity there. Royce finds Aubameyang. What is this? 2012. Aubameyang gets the shot blocked there, unfortunately. But when a player like Aubameyang, Sane, or Sancho becomes available, you've just really got to snatch them up. Our next fixture coming up, as you can see there, is against Barcelona in the group stage of the UEFA Champions League at Signal Iduna Park. That's going to be our first real test. 25 yards out, Marco Royce trying to whip it in here, get it up and over with a knuckleball over the wall. That's what I personally prefer. Royce goes for goal here now with the knuckleball, hammers it, and it's hit the wall. It's gone straight up, unfortunately. I scored a really crazy free kick with Shaqiri in my Leicester City save, but Bruno Fernandes in this alternative history has not signed for Manchester United and has opted to go and join Real Madrid. There obviously was that story in the Manchester United saga with potentially Barcelona coming in with an official ownership and bid for Bruno Fernandes, then him being subsequently loaned to Valencia. But Marco Royce there in the 79th minute has made it 4-2. And although it looks scary, shaky, and potentially a defeat at times, we've managed to get the ball by the horns and hold back control here. And Hakimi in this match. Gets the shot away just before the 85th. Hits, trying to bring it out here, the Swiss international. Royce now. Julian Brandt, exhausted, goes straight into the upper body of the... yeah, I guess it is, yeah. The Bayer Leverkusen player. But 4-2 was the result in the end. We managed to come out victorious. Get in. Okay, guys, welcome to the match against Barcelona here today. Our first in the UEFA Champions League group stage, Group F. We are, well, we've got an interesting group. We've got Slavia Prague, we got, of course, Barcelona and Inter Milan. They haven't got, of course, the crazy amount of signings that they have in real life with Ashley Young, Eriksson just yet, but I'm curious to see their squad eventually. So we're going to be hosting Barcelona here today, our first real test in the Champions League. We're coming up against the likes of Messi, Rakitic, PK, and Suarez. It's going to be a real test to see how far we've pushed, rebuilt, and proactively pushed this squad. How will it hold up and stand on the European stage? Only time will tell. As the main objective for this series, well, one of them, is to win the UEFA Champions League, of course. I'm playing on Ultimate Difficulty on Fiverr's Realism mod, and Berkey is still out with an injury, so we will be conceding a lot more goals in this season than normally for at least the first 6-7 weeks. Frankie de Jong trying to get into the box. Vidal at the edge of the area now. Brandt puts him and commits him back. Royce trying to look through the through ball to Haaland, but is offside and draws Langley into a superb tackle. Suarez on the counter-attack now. Frankie de Jong trying to find the perfect pass, but he goes for goal himself. That's his Ajax blood running hot. Holding and dictating midfield. Within the first 20 minutes, he is definitely the player we have to watch out for, as he's not afraid to go for those pot shots if he gets in range. Messi trying to create something on the left, trying to find Suarez, takes on two, and we had to quickly snuff and get that one out as well. Witsel holds up the ball calmly and collectedly. Hakimi, the perfect wing-back in FIFA, charging forward there. He nearly sometimes plays a number 9, just the way he floats out of position in real life. He's got a couple of goals for Dortmund. It does look likely that they're going to make that loan and deal permanent from, of course, Real Madrid, as they've just got too many. They've got too many right backs. Real Madrid. They've obviously got Zola, who they've recently left, and they've got Carvajal as well. They even loaned out Zola as well to a Bundesliga club. I think it might have even been Bayern Munich. I can't remember who he loaned out for. But regardless, it's Erling Haaland to make it 1-0 there. A little bit sidetracked and gobsmacked by his first goal in the UEFA Champions League in the 34th minute. He can score against the lower and higher teams in the Bundesliga, and now he's been put to the test once again on the European stage. I don't know what it is. Like, normally a 79 rated striker I just wouldn't be well with, but his finishing is just insane. The cutback there, it's because he's got really high agility and finessing and finishing ability, which doesn't usually culminate with his height. He's actually quite tall, so there's not very many players like him on FIFA. Giroud, maybe as a younger striker, sort of fits that role potentially. Even someone like a Weghorst from Wolfsburg is just a little bit taller and sluggish is the best word to describe him. But Haaland charging forth here, unselfish with the sideward pass, finds Hazard, who smashes it past Ter Stegen there. It's 3-0, and we're creating so many outstanding and spectacular plays there. Thorgan Hazard, fresh off the bench, puts his name on the score sheet. Haaland charging forth. PK massively out of position. Sergio Roberto has to stick in a shot there, and Thorgan Hazard gets closed down incredibly quick. Has to get the quick pass off. What a strike, inch perfect past To Stegen. Griezmann has to come fresh off the bench here now. Luis Suarez is exhausted 60 minutes in. I wonder if that will change the tide for Bayern Munich. Haaland to Sane now on the right-hand side. Sane looking to beat PK. Has scored a lot of good goals against Barcelona in his career. And it's nearly a side-footed scissor kick from Royce. The ball coming in, but it was blocked out. A good piece of defensive display. Hazard. Brandt turning his man. Just the turns in this career series have been perfect, but unfortunately we ran into traffic there. Valverde looks like he's going to be leaving Real Madrid. One of sort of the outstanding and lying players for Zinedine Zidane in real life. It's going to be interesting to see where his career series lies. Messi gets the ball 30 yards out, I'd say, just outside the edge of the area. Gets the shot away, it hits. Barcelona trying to claw back some sort of dignity in this match, but we've been all over them like a red rash. A yellow rash. Yellow fever, I guess, over the Catalans. Arthur tries to chuck something in, and Barcelona just throwing bodies into their final third there, and it's culminated in Griezmann picking up a yellow card. Haaland is exhausted along with Hazard and Sane, and we're going to continue to put the pressure on with another amazing triple threat substitution. I can't recommend it enough. Get yourself a triple threat substitution. Rapid, finesse, and pace in the final third, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has just put the cherry on the top there. 4-0, smashes the goalpost there, boxes it out, or corner flag rather, and makes it 4-0 against Barcelona. They are exhausted, and now they can't deal with the rapid pace of Aubameyang, Leon Bailey, and Oyarzabal, the former Real Sociedad player. I'm sure he loves scoring against Barcelona and playing against them at any opportunity, of course. The ball comes over the top. Leon Bailey somehow holds that one in, skidding and skating out, puts it aerially, and it nearly slips past from the header from Longley. To Stegen now with the punch. Oyarzabal keeps it in. Witsel with the scoop turn, still holds possession. A nice little cheeky back heel. Aubameyang finds Royce and nearly makes it 5-0 in the 90. We were relentless, we were ungiving, and that is why we were victorious here today against Barcelona. Is it going to be 5-0? 4-0. Going for some crazy long shots here, as Ter Stegen has conceded a lot. 4-0 was the victory, our first on the European stage, and hopefully this is a bit of a taste and a tease and a sign for future fantastic things to come in this career series. I love this Dortmund squad. I play so well with it. After 8 games, we currently sit on 9 points in the Bundesliga. 3 points behind Bayern Munich, leading the pack. Coming up, we have an away match against Schalke, and then we face Wolfsburg as well. We're playing a 4-3-3 formation. Unfortunately, Leroy Sané has picked up an injury, and Julian Brandt has a bit of a niggling one, so we're going to have to rotate the squad somewhat. We've been incredibly injury prone in this series, but we're still managing to maintain and progress adequately where we can. We're going to have to rotate the squad somewhat. Berkey's back into the starting 11, which is fantastic to see. He was out for 7 weeks of the season, missing the first 8 fixtures. So 1/3 of the season is nearly already gone. But Hertz has been dropped and Berkey's come in. We are going to push through and play Julian Brandt. So Haaland's going to be leading the line. Unfortunately, Sane has come off with an injury. We've still got Royce being the creative attacking midfielder. We've still got Axel Witsel being the sort of like the Marwan Fellaini beast in midfield, holding, defending and pushing forward, giving us that sort of structure and consistency in the midfield, and will allow Julian Brandt to be our sort of wild card, drifting forward into that centre forward position. Like Mario Götze as a young age, and sort of drifting out to the left as well. So we're playing against Schalke here today. Sane in the defence. I wonder if they're related. Mascarella, Bentaleb. A fair few Arsenal and Spurs rejects making up their starting 11 away against Schalke. Schalke on the break have the first real opportunity, and after 7 to 8 weeks out injured. Unfortunately, Berkey is still yet to find his footing and form. Schalke make it 1-0 just before the 13th. Brandt trying to build something up. I love the atmospheres in these Bundesliga stadiums, and even like the confetti on the pitch, the celebrations and festivities, the envy of Europe and around the world. So they're trying to build up another attack here now. All my tackles seem to be going through their players like a hot knife through butter. Schalke look the more sort of proactive, and they're flooding 3 players into the box here now. Leon Bailey has to stick that one through and put it out. The ball comes in now for Schalke. Sane can't quite get to it, but puts it wide. So far in this series, we've won the German Super Cup, the equivalent of the English Community Shield. Oh, Haaland here. Haaland, yes, drags it away. It's Erling Haaland, the record. He's such a amazing player on FIFA, and I have no doubt that he's going to be like a record signing, a record goal scoring tally for us. The amount of goals he's scored for us is just insane, dragging it away from goal. 5 goals in 8 matches in the Bundesliga. Get in, Haaland. Julian Brandt now to Haaland, back to Royce. Royce feeding, Haaland skipping away, puts his laces through it and bends it. Snatch and grab here just before the 30th minute. What a magnificent goal from the Norwegian international Erling Haaland to score his 6th goal of the campaign. I can't recommend him enough. He's such a good striker. Royce tracking back to protect Schultz. Thorgan Hazard now breaking away. Brings in Brandt. Back to Thorgan Hazard. Waiting for fellow Borussia Dortmund support. A nice sort of sided back heel there. Witzel to Haaland. Haaland for the hat-trick gets denied on Nabil. Schalke started off quite well, with high octane attack and momentum in the first 12. Things have fizzled out, but now they're bringing a lot more consistency. And it's Bentaleb, the Algerian international, to make it 2-2. He had a crazy potential in what, FIFA 12? 2-2 is the current scoreline. We're trying to find ourselves back into this match in the second half here now, away at Schalke. Hummels drives it out from defence. Thorgan Hazard on the left finds Haaland. And Sane commits the tackle, but miraculously Dortmund get possession, but the shot goes wide of a deflection. Royce with the corner kick now, trying to find Haaland. Wins the header, but it wasn't to be. Schalke relentlessly pushing forward. Royce with a nice flick on. Brandt to find Haaland. Haaland trying to turn 2 Schalke defenders. They couldn't quite do it. Schultz, the fullback, comes into central midfield. Brandt to Royce. Royce has got to bring this back and square it. Bailey! Leon Bailey. I can't convert it. Both teams look likely to win this match. It's ping pong. It's incredibly back and forth. Leon Bailey brings it inside to Royce. Thorgan Hazard. Back to Haaland. Thorgan Hazard waiting for fellow and running support. Royce is away here now, and he's clutched it. 3-2 in the 79th minute. It's Marco Royce, the man, the myth, the legend, the captain at Borussia Dortmund. He has had a sensational season, and he's definitely a fan favourite. If he didn't have those sort of really bad injuries throughout his career, he could have been like the 3rd or 4th best player in the world, like over consecutive seasons, because he definitely was at some stage. We're going to do a triple threat substitution. I'm actually going to put Aubameyang on the left just to mix things up. Götze as my striker, central forward slash, and we'll have Oyarzabal on the right hand side. Royce to Götze now. 3-2. Royce has managed to bring back the points and some sort of dignity in this match. But I'm not going to lie, the stress of Schalke has pushed us to the absolute limit here. Still pushing on in the last 90 to get that one last goal. Goetze gets tackled and continues to push forward. Schalke with the clearance. Do they not have that goalkeeper? Is it Farman? I think Schalke is renowned for having fantastic goalkeepers. There was always that controversy when Manuel Neuer left to join Bayern Munich from Schalke. There was riots and the whole thing about it. So looking at the Bundesliga, after 9 games played, we sit on 22 points. Robert Lewandowski is the top goal scorer. Freiburg Schmidt is currently there in first place. Okay, Dortmund lead, Borussia Mönchengladbach, Berlin Union are currently in the bottom there. Cologne's in third. Hoffenheim are pushing. Unfortunately, Matt Hummels has picked up an injury. Leroy Sané's come back from his. So we're going to have to rotate the squad somewhat. We've still got Toprak at the club, and he will be an adequate replacement for Hummels. Of course, the aging quality of Piszczek might be a bit of a stretch, trying to play him in that central defence role. Hoffenheim sit in fourth, Werder Bremen in fifth. We're going to be facing Wolfsburg here today, hosting them at Signal Iduna Park. Okay, guys, welcome to the fixture here today. Our first against Wolfsburg. Let's have a look at the squad they're playing. Wolfsburg, a very fun and cool career mode squad. They used to have the likes of Edin Dzeko, Kevin De Bruyne at the club, but let's see on Ultimate Difficulty on FIFA's Realism mod how they've progressed, adapted, and motivated their squad. So they've got Weghorst up top, Klaus, Mali, a couple of names I recognise. They're playing a 3 at the back formation though. However, Notch, Klaus, Stefan, he looks alright. But Weghorst, they're definitely going to try and put a lot of aerial balls in to Weghorst. We signed him for my Leicester City career mode, and he was a hell of a player in allowing myself to win the double, the Premier League, and a cup. Wolfsburg on the attack here now. Hakimi has to drift from right wing back to clear it. We've managed to get it back. Atzel Witsel now, looking for the run of Leroy Sané. Finds Haaland, who turns his man. Royce back to Haaland. Look how much space he's created already. Thorgan Hazard on the left to Royce. And he's made it 1-0 there with the front three attack of Haaland, Hazard and Sané. It's 1-0 just before the 11th minute there. Marco Royce puts his name on the score sheet. The number 11 for Borussia Dortmund. A nice piece of play on the counter-attack. Marco Royce scores his 5th goal of the season. I think it was FIFA 14 or 15. He had an amazing... To be fair, he had like a really, really sweaty and dirty Ultimate Team card the season before he left to Dortmund at Mönchengladbach, and then that Champions League run, and then in 15 and 12. So he's such a good career mode player, Marco Royce. You really could play him as a striker if you wanted. But regardless, Julian Brandt's popped up again, making it 2-0. A nice flick on from Haaland. I like how he helps in the assists appearance instead of going for goal all the way. Sort of, we're not relying on him being in an exposed position. Royce Ronaldo chops there, only as far as Leroy Sané. A quick, nice 2-pass. Haaland's turned his man and created so much space. It's 3-0. It's Eric Haaland to make it 3-0 just before the 30th minute there. And it's another tremendous goal from the Norwegian international. 7 goals in his opening season in the Bundesliga. Marley for Wolfsburg on the left, driving to create, trying to get past Julian Brandt. Toprak goes to ground. We have had a little bit of defensive compromise with Hummels being gone out, but Knock has allowed Haaland to break away, but he can't quite convert it. So that just shows the youngsters' inconsistency. at the top level. He's only 79 rated still, so that's something we have to watch out for. Witsel now to Royce. Haaland gets tackled. Wolfsburg trying to build something back. Weghorst, a nice little flick on there. A lot of triangle passes there, but the defense has come through. Haaland sees Marco Royce. There's acres of space there with Thorgan Hazard. Thorgan, to become the real Hazard, puts it wide to the right. Witsel. Hazard quickly turns and rotates. Schultz pushing forward from left fullback. Haaland just casually dropping back into midfield and bringing further players on. Hazard has rattled the post there and nearly sends Dortmund 4-0 up. On that note, it's time to bring on some substitutions. We've still got the likes of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang on the bench, Leon Bailey, and Oyarzabal. Royce to Aubameyang. Can't get the shot away. Oh, it's an incredibly sloppy goal there to make it 4-0 against Wolfsburg. I just love this Dortmund squad. I play so well with it. Like, it just hits every single part of my attacking acclimats. Like, I know how the players are going to perform and pick up. Like, I'm just on the same wavelength as them. And everyone is just moving and turning so well. Aubameyang's picked that one up there. Royce is going to turn his man here now to make it 5-0. Nearly gets tackled. That's just unlucky. Witzel's tracking back. Somehow presses the pass into enemy opposition. Royce now scores 5-0. That must be his hat-trick. The hat-trick hero, Marco Royce, scores just before the 66th minute with a nice little cheeky finish there. Julian Brandt, the German international, comes up and celebrates with him. 7 goals this season for Royce. He's just matched Erling Haaland's goal scoring for the season. Aubameyang gets tackled in the box here now. Royce picks it up, but advantage was not played by the referee, and they need absolutely everything going for them. Wolfsburg being 5-0 down. Brandt looking for another goal. This could be the biggest blowout of the Bundesliga season thus far. Aubameyang pressing, hunting and harrowing in Dortmund's final third. Brandt turns his man again. We're just reading and dispossessing Wolfsburg's play in and out. The ball comes in and it was punched away. The ball fizzles out from the corner kick. Leon Bailey drops back to recollect it. Oyarzabal gets tackled. Witsel. Zabal at the edge of the area goes for goal and he gets the shot away. It's the Spanish international winger Oyarzabal to score his first goal of the Borussia Dortmund series to make it 6-0. He's picked up a lot of assists for the league campaign, but he got closed down so quickly there. He just had to put foot to ball and he smashes it into the top right. It's Mikel to make it 1-0 there. Come on. Yes, good. That's what I wanted. I want more of that. He's not the most fast of a winger, Zabal, but he's got a huge potential. He creates, and that's all I want from him. Oh, Royce, can he make it another? Oh my God, 7-0 against Wolfsburg. Marco Royce is having an absolute field day out there. 8 goals, that's insane. This season as well. The ref just waiting to call time on this slaughter. 7-0. Weghorst. No, save the clean sheet, Berkey. Save it! So he goes wide to the right. Berkey waiting to deliver it out. The header's won by Aubameyang, but that's it. The full-time whistle has blown, and we've managed to beat Wolfsburg here today 7-0. Yes, 7-0. What a humiliating defeat For the Wolverines, Wolfsburg. Marco Royce scores 4 and picks up an assist and gets the match ball adequately. After 10 games played, we sit 3 points behind Bayern Munich. Here today, we have a chance to claw back that with an away match against them at the Allianz Arena. Then the next week we face Rasenball Leipzig in the calendar. So let's get stuck into Bayern Munich here today. We have beaten them earlier in the season 3-1. Erling Haaland on his Borussia Dortmund official debut scored a brace. And Marco Royce, or was it Brandt? I can't remember. Secured the victory there, making it 3-1. Pavard scored for them. So in this first season on Fiverr's Realism Mod on Ultimate Difficulty on match day 11, let's have a look at how Bayern Munich's team lines up. They look like they've got Luka Modric in midfield, Robert Lewandowski, Gnabry, Coutinho. Still got the likes of Neuer in goal, Pavard, Hernandez, Sul and Alba. I just don't like that when they play. I know they play like functionally Pavard as a sort of right-sided centre-back, and Theo Hernandez is sort of a left-sided sort of left-back in a 4-3-3, but I just prefer where I like to see them internationally. Pavard in the full-back position along with Lucas Hernandez, because I just feel like they just get massively overexposed. But Haaland there scores his 8th goal of the campaign, starting things off right for Borussia Dortmund in the derby. Gnabry back to Pavard, Thiago Alcantara to Robert Lewandowski, Luka Modric signing on a massive fee from Real Madrid, hits the post there, nearly putting Bayern Munich in front. The Bavarians still continue to charge under their Polish striker Robert Lewandowski, and he does the business there, committing his full body over the Dortmund defender there to make it 1-1. It's a sizzler kick of a goal past Berkey in the 19th minute there, and he scored his 12th goal of the season. 3 points separate Dortmund and Bayern. The main objective of this series is to win the Bundesliga, of course, and win as much pieces of silverware as we can. I'll consider this a failure if we don't. Sane there charging at David Alaba, but couldn't quite break the left back. Luka Modric now pushing out on the left, drawing 3 Dortmund players in, but he's actually beaten Axel Witsel there to Coutinho now. Modric puts it into the box. Schultz gets the shot away. Haaland waiting for the long, protracted run of Sane, but Haaland and Royce were carving through Bayern's defence. It's Sul to put in the tackle. If he got the ball, that might have been a foul. Toprak comes flying in as Matt Hummels is still out with injury. Robert Lewandowski nearly feeds through Coutinho. Berkey, the Swiss international, rushes the clearance. Alaba intercepts. It's Thiago Alcantara to nearly score there, dragging it to the left. 1-1 is the scoreline. Very few things can separate these two sides. It's marginal differences. Sane now puts it aerially to Hazard. Witsel on the chest. Can't get foot to ball and scrambles in the final third. So close there, Witsel. Torgan Hazard actually got a bit in the way. It could have even been handball. Gnabry on the right in the second half now. Toprak's had to come back from his loan due to Hummels' injury. But life without Sancho, overall, is still going quite well. With the amount of money we brought in for Sancho, a whopping £155 million, we're able to go out and buy Leon Bailey and Sane because of it. Hazard now on the right, pushing forward. Coming a lot more into the first team than he was earlier on in the career rebuild series. Goretzka now to Thiago. They've sold a lot of players, Bayern Munich, and they've brought some in. They've also brought in Marcus Rashford, so he's on the bench. I wonder if he'll make an appearance in this match. And they sold Jerome Boateng to buy out Leverkusen. They signed a lot of defenders, Leverkusen. They also signed Rudiger from Chelsea. Coutinho now beats one, beats two. Nearly beats Berkey to the post. And Julian Brandt gets a yellow card for his occasions. Right, it's time to make some substitutions. We want to put this match away and without a shadow of a doubt. Leon Bailey, Aubameyang, and Oyarzabal comes on. A good ball over the top to the number 17 at Leon Bailey. He's in the box here now. He has to go all the way on the left foot, his preferred one. And it's Leon Bailey, the Jamaican international, to make it 2-1 just before the 66th. The former Bayer Leverkusen man comes fresh off the bench with rapid, high-octane pace and converts it for his second goal of the Bundesliga season. Get in. We can claw back these points against Bayern. Away at the Allianz Arena. There's always a tough one. The Bavarians domestically and even internationally are just so prolific. And they're still relentlessly going forward there. Oh, here's a ball. Dragging 4 players in. They're just trying to quickly snuff out that counter-attack. But it's incredibly hard to get Hakimi there. Leon Bailey finds Aubameyang. It's 3-1, but it's offside. Oh no. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang rises to the occasion. And it's just offside. He had the pace. He's got his pace to recover. He wasn't even marked. Should have stayed on side. Thiago now. Modric back to Thiago and Katara. Oh my god. Our defence holds vast. Dortmund pushing forward here now. Royce with a little stutter. Davies, the Canadian international, the next so-called wonder kid. It's going to be interesting to see where Bayern implement him in the future. He likes playing on the left, maybe as a winger, but he could be sort of the natural replacement to David Alaba eventually. The Austrian international from Filipino descent. He's got an amazing free kick on him. Can play central, attacking midfield, even centre back, but he prefers left back. Leon Bailey. Royce gets the shot away. Neuer from the corner kick here now. Not wasting any time about it, just bombs it north. Hakimi wins it, but it's a struggle because it bounces everywhere and Davies gets it in the end. But that's it, the full-time whistle has blown in the massive occasion and rivalry and derby between Dortmund and Bayern. Dortmund come out on top. After 15 games played, we sit on 40 points with a game in hand on Bayern with 16 and 40. Julian Nagelsmann's Hoffen... Oh, he plays for... No, he's... yeah, he's RB now, isn't he? I'm just so used to saying Julian Nagelsmann's Hoffenheim. So they sit in third. Our team is still holding very much together. Unfortunately, Hakimi's picked up an injury. I feel like we've been a little bit unlucky with injuries this season. However, Dortmund do have a lot of quality players in reserve, so we can rotate our substitutions and reserves adequately throughout the squad. And Piszczek is going to come on. Oh no, Rafael Guerreiro is going to be inverted, who's better. But Piszczek is quite adamant as well. So RB Leipzig, we're going to be hosting at Signal Iduna Park. And we're going to be hosting them. They have lost Timo Werner to Barcelona. Funnily enough, he's left for £50 million. And they are one less striker short up top. So who are they going to be playing with? Poulsen? Schick. They got Patrick Schick in, did they? Well, that's a hell of a replacement. Different style of player. I like it. I like it a lot. They've still got Pitau, that Hungarian goalkeeper. Upamecano as well. Onkalu. Yeah, Patrick Schick. And Poulsen. Two large, very tough and physical players up top with a huge amount of potential. Two bruisers, two battlers. Schick and Poulsen. It's kind of like playing like Van Persie and maybe like a bigger Wayne Rooney. I guess. But played for Roma, I do believe. Schick and Poulsen there breaks away the Danish international. It's going to be the battle of the Scandinavians this match, or the Nordic countries, if you will. Poulsen for Denmark and Erling Haaland for Norway. And Haaland, can he beat Upamecano? He bombs it wide. They've got a lot of quality defenders. Rasenball, Leipzig, and Haaland there has just buried two of them. Haaland scores and makes it a 1-0 just before the 12th minute there. Who else do they have? Konate, that's it. Upamecano is a little bit more expensive. But they're good, solid career mode players. But regardless, Haaland has scored his 10th goal of the league campaign. Rafael Guerreiro pushing forward here now. I opted to go with him instead of Piszczek because of speed and pace. But it was Sane to create the space there to make it 2-0 just before the 22nd. It's Leroy Sane, the number 7 here at Borussia Dortmund, to make it 2-0 at Signal Iduna Park to score his 10th goal of the league campaign. I love how we're not relying on one person for goals. Every single one of these players in the Dortmund starting 11 are adequately capable of going the distance, going their all way and putting a quality shot on goal. Marco Royce here now makes it 3-0. A nice little cutback, waiting for fellow players to drift back into the box. It's Marco Royce, the captain, to make it 3-0 against RB Leipzig. I do recommend checking out my Wolfsburg game if you haven't gone and seen it. 7 goals we scored in that run. Marco Royce has scored 14 this season, 4 coming from that Wolfsburg match. Campbell pushing forward. But looking at out of all the performances, maybe we should sort of do what Bayern Munich do and try and poach as much quality opposition where we can. We need to push on from our winning position. So let me know in the comments players you would like me to sign in January, because we are pushing Bayern Munich, but they are matching us as well. Berkey trying to bring it out, can't quite. On Kalu. Poulsen. Back to Rasenball. Red Bull Leipzig go forth again. 3-0 down. From the corner kick it now. I believe the corner kick taker used to be a Spurs player, but the ball comes in. Venom's like, oh, can't believe, got to watch out for that, Berkey. Royce. Haaland. Sane, take a touch and go. Yes! Leroy Sane has miraculously slipped through here. Royce turns and covers. It's Haaland! Yes! Haaland started off the attempt there, and Royce was exhausted in the 64th, but took his time, cool, calm and collected, took a breather, thought intelligently about the space, and it was an outstanding touch there. Look at this, nice little flick on from Sane, and Haaland comes charging through like a bull in the china shop. Schick. They're just too physical. And because they're losing the ball so quickly and there's so many counter-attacks and transitions, they are just too sluggish. Somehow Hummels has found himself up the other end there, nearly looking to whip it in. Toprak is having his break now that Hummels is back from his injury. My team is exhausted by the amount of matches we've had here, and I'm sure the opposition is as well. We're going to do our triple threat substitution, bring on Leon Bailey and Aubameyang. Hopefully we can mount further pressure on with our triple threat substitution. They are they're getting back some dignity in this match. Oh, good shot on target there. Looking to bend it. Sabitzer. I believe one of our former players. So we had something to do with Dortmund off the top of my head. Brandt. Aubameyang gets it centrally. Dortmund try to feed it out wide. Guerreiro looks keen and interested. Aubameyang might nearly have to go all the way here. There are a lot of opportunities are closing down there. But still 4-0. Royce. Oh, here's the ball. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ah, Mikel tackles. Campbell. Brandt. There's a ball. Shoots and scores. That's what I wanted to see more of earlier on in the season. It's taken, what, 10, 14, 15 matches, I'd say, this season to get him firing, but it's good to see Mikel Oyarzabal get up on the score sheet. I've heard a lot about him in career mode. He's got a sensational potential, a hell of a left foot, and now has scored his second goal of the Bundesliga. Just the amount of flux and moving parts we had with our wingers, I think I'm happy to settle on Sane, Hazard in the starting 11 on the left and right respectively. And then, depending on injuries and stamina and exhaustion, we'll rotate with Leon Bailey and Oyarzabal as well. Here today we have the last fixture of the Bundesliga season. We face Hoffenheim away. After playing 33 matches in the Bundesliga, we have mathematically won on 90 points. Bayern Munich finish in second with 86. So regardless of the result, here today we have a 4-point cushion. 29 wins, 3 draws and 1 loss to Bayern's 2 draws to 3. Hoffenheim finish in third place, surprisingly, followed by Julian Nagelsmann's RB Leipzig, or Rasenball Leipzig. Werder Bremen finish in 5th, but you got to give it up for Freiburg. They've finished in 6th and have gained European qualification. Hertha Berlin finish in 7th and Schalke in 8th. Later after the last match of the Bundesliga, we face Hertha Berlin, who finished in 7th respectively in the league on 49 points in the Pokal Cup final. Let's get stuck into Hoffenheim today. They have Kramaric up front, Rudi in the midfield. The top goal scorer, it looks likely, is going to be Robert Lewandowski on 27 goals, followed by Marco Royce on 25, Leroy Sané on 21. Waldschmidt scored 14 goals for Freiburg, so that's what really dragged them to that high finishing spot. So we've won the German Super Cup against Bayern at the start, and we have mathematically won the league here today. However, there's still a lot to play for. Obviously, lifting the trophy at home at Signal Iduna Park, and Marco Royce has a chance to chase Robert Lewandowski's goal-scoring record. Rudi puts it just wide of the right there. Haaland to Axel Witsel, finds Sane on the left, curls it around and starts off the scoring here. 7 minutes in, it's Leroy Sané to put another goal on his crazy record this season. The first time back in Germany, he's made it 1-0, just for the 14th minute there. Good through ball, not many players tracking and marking him, and he scored his 22nd goal of the league campaign. Get in. Pressure is mounting for Hoffenheim as they want to try and hold on to that Champions League spot and push on. Kramaric gets tackled by the defence. Hazard looking for fellow Borussia Dortmund support. Axel Witsel puts in another amazing through ball to Sane, and he nearly gets through there, but it's being cleared out by the Schalke defence. A nice ball over the top to invite pressure for Hoffenheim. Bebeyu. Ball comes in, it's deflected. Hazard trying to create a counter-attack. Oh my god. Erling Haaland has created an amazing opportunity for Sane. He won't be gifted with the goal or the assist, but he was that important third man, putting his body on the line to flick it to Royce and eventually get it to Sane. He scored a brace on the final day of the season. He's still got the energy coming in as a replacement for Jadon Sancho. Brandt trying to create another counter-attack. As much as Hoffenheim have had some attacking opportunities, I'm not going to lie, they have been toothless in their final third. Witsel there putting in a hell of a tackle, and that's the type of defensive highlights I like to see. Both players committing their bodies in central midfield, colliding, smacking together, and fortunately Witsel was able to get straight up and get the ball and create an attacking play for Erling Haaland, and his first campaign in the Bundesliga, signing from signing from Austria, Salzburg, has got up on the score sheet here today. What a crazy first season he has had. 3-0 against Hoffenheim. I'm just working so well with this team. I've got like the perfect triple substitution. The thing is with Dortmund, you just want to sort of nail and knuckle down those wingers because they've got such a high quality of goalkeeping, which we had an unlucky injury with Berkey. Apart from that, everything was coming swimmingly with the defence and midfield. But just nailing down consistent wingers was the challenge, as I do prefer to play with them, kind of like inside forwards as well. Leon Bailey, Sane, Oyazolba, and Thorgan Hazard. Those four wingers I attribute my success to. They have massively unlocked the potential of Erling Haaland and have gifted opportunities to Julian Brandt, Götze, Eden Hazard and Aubameyang. They just work so well. They're so fluid together, which is fantastic. In the second half now, in the 52nd minute, Hoffenheim try to press the attack, but they look like a shadow of the former side. They were under, of course, Julian Nagelsmann, which, interestingly enough, they finished in 4th. I thought Werder Bremen, Wolfsburg and Schalke would have done a lot better this season, but it's really been the Dortmund, Bayern Munich, Schalke and Hoffenheim show, and Sane there is still relentlessly pushing forward on the left-hand side. The ball comes in aerially, but Erling Haaland can't quite get to it. Hoffenheim trying to have one last-ditch attack against Dortmund here, trying to build something back from the left-hand side, and Haaland is somehow miraculously intercepted. He's still holding up the ball well, not afraid to drop back into central midfield. Brandt feeds Rafael Guerreiro on the left-hand side. Royce to Haaland. Haaland from range is ready to unload, and he does for his second. Haaland scores a brace just before the 80th minute. He's such a... The thing is, right, he's such an unorthodox player because normally this type of player wouldn't work well for me, but he's on fire. Kind of like a Bobby Firmino, but like lower rated. I've actually played better with Haaland this season, with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang fresh off the bench. That's what I think. I don't know. Leave it in the comments. But 4-0 now. Hoffenheim still trying. I keep on going to call them Schalke because it's easier to say, and it's a similar blue kit. Kramaric there for Hoffenheim. They're being good sports about us, hosting them at home at Signal Iduna Park, but they really look lackluster in the defence. Sloppy, and Marco Royce there is clearly going to draw a minimum of a red card on the opposition and potentially a free kick. It probably should have been a penalty if I'm being honest. Marco Royce just outside the edge of the area. Should be able to step up and take this one 20 yards out. However, due to the close proximity, it might be a little bit difficult to get this knuckleball up over the wall. Royce steps up and puts it wide to the left by the smallest of margins. Not too bad, but really should have tested the goalkeeper more. Sane intercepts there to create another counter-attack for Dortmund. Royce waiting for fellow runners and support with Sane, but unfortunately the tackle comes in. A good defensive display from Hoffenheim. Now on the right-hand side, which they've looked a little bit blunt of, they're still pushing forward with Ruddy. He'd be the type of player we should pick up and snatch up from other sides, maybe even some of the top goal scorers from the others. But Sane there can't quite contend, and stop with him is denied his hat-trick by very poor shot there. Nearly got that one away. From the corner kick here now, Royce ready to whip it into the box. Finds Haaland, but it's straight at the Hoffenheim goalkeeper. But that's it. The full-time whistle has blown. We've claimed the 3 points here today. against Hoffenheim, and we have cemented the 2019 to 2020 season in the Bundesliga with a Borussia Dortmund victory. We've gone and won a double here today, starting off the season tremendously well with the German Super Cup winning 3-1 over Bayern Munich, and now finishing off the last day of the season against Hoffenheim. Hummels, the captain of the club. The second captain, it's Marco Royce is the captain's armband. I thought he might have come off Royce. That's what sometimes go to. He's going to Royce. So Royce is the captain of the club. Yeah, because I usually have to substitute Royce off sometimes. That's why I've gone and said that. But he's lifting the trophy, the shield, as it were. And we've hit one piece of our major victory conditions as Dortmund. We've rebuilt this Dortmund squad. It was a little bit shaky with the loss of Sancho moving to Manchester United for £150 million. We've managed to rebuild Dortmund adequately and spend the cash sensibly. We've been able to compete, push on and harry against multiple competitions. After the victory here, we still have some Champions League fixtures to come and the Pokal final in the Domestic Cup. Player of the competition announced was Marco Royce. Unfortunately, he couldn't get enough goals in the final match of the season. Robert Lewandowski was crowned the sharp shooter of the Bundesliga. We've made it all the way to the final of the DFB Pokal, beating RB Leipzig in the semis. Unfortunately, Hoffenheim were knocked out against Berlin, and we're going to be facing them in the final. We're still playing our 4-3-3. Hazard, Haaland, Sane, Royce, Witzel and Brandt. Hakimi is going to be sitting on our right-hand side. Hummels in the defence, along with Berkey and Rafael Guerreiro on the left-hand side due to Schultz's persistent injury. I'm not going to lie, Fiverr's realism mod is brutal when it comes to injuries. We lost Berkey for the first 7 to 8 weeks. We lost Hummels for a good 2 months halfway through the season. And now we're missing our key left back. You need to have squad depth in all positions. Obviously, the harder of career modes you do, lower down the leagues, you just don't have that adequate squad depth. But fortunately enough, with the selling of Sancho, we were able to push and press on. Let's have a look at this Hertha Berlin squad. So they have a couple of recognizable names. Samir, Bayega, Matthew Leckie, really? And they've got Kalou up front from Chelsea. So you have a chance to win a treble here today. The treble would be winning the DFB Cup, the Bundesliga and the UEFA Champions League. Whew. Haaland there, looking to start things off early. But we can still win 3 pieces of silverware here today. The second on the major list. Dortmund pushing forward. Axel Witzel from range. Haaland is getting in some slight and cheeky positions, but can't quite capitalise on it just yet. Hertha Berlin flip it over the top. They haven't had the best of Bundesliga season, so they're determined to put a hell of a performance here in the cup final, because at the end of the day, in a final, anyone can win. Form, consistency sort of goes out the window. Randomness and RNG comes through. Kalou, the former Chelsea Champions League winner, puts it on a plate for Hertha Berlin. And it's 1-0 just for the 15th minute. Borussia Dortmund are shell-shocked 15 minutes in with Berkey letting that goal in. Absolutely bends it into the back of the net. What an outstanding strike there by Hertha Berlin. Hakimi trying to press forward and create something. Sane comfortably goes to Haaland. Brandt trying to slip through Royce. Royce runs into dangerous traffic and is dropped instantly. And it does, unfortunately, create a Hertha Berlin counter-attack. But the Dortmund defense hold fast. They keep on pressing, pushing forward. Sane can't get the second flick here, and he's not having the best of matches, only getting a 6.5 rating at this point. Easily, just sloppily giving away possession Trying to go at it again here now. Brandt, we might have to shift things left because Sane is just not gobbling up those balls. But he has this one. 2 poor conversions. Now he's in the box to Royce. And the shot wasn't the best in the end. Royce. Brandt. Hazard. A good flick onto Rafael Guerreiro. The perfect wing back. Can't quite get it into the box. Slow day at the office. Marco Royce has had a poor conversion of 0. 41 minutes played. It's not looking good for the Bumblebees. Royce. Hazard. Cuts back. Dodges 2 tackles. Burns the last defender. He has to go through on goal and hits the side netting. Haaland. Trying to get the ball to foot. Brandt with a good back heel. Witsel. Hakimi. Back to Axel Witsel. Royce, Brandt and Royce. Haaland go for goal! Can't quite drag it around. Hazard. And after 55 minutes we've had our fair share of the opportunities, but we just can't seem to capitalise on it. Sane from range! It takes a absolute crazy goal there by Leroy Sané to rocket off the post. It had to be something special. What a strike. A stick of dynamite from Leroy Sané there, just outside the edge of the area. What, 30? 34 yards out. Hammers it with his left foot. Manages to curl and bend it around to the Berlin defenders. Hits the post. A magnificent goal to keep Dortmund in the tie to make it 1-1. Will this match be pushed to penalties? Sane now whips it into Royce. Royce back to Haaland. And it looks like Hertha Berlin have just been so defensively sound in this match. It might take another miracle goal to separate the two sides, because they're just sitting so well back in the defending and containing incredibly well. Royce. Brandt. Sane here now. Sane. Acres of space. Burning Samir. Sane unselfishly finds Julian Brandt. And it's the smallest of lightweight feather-tip touches there to drag it away. Ramos on a yellow commits his body. Rises to the occasion, but it wasn't to be. It's time to do a triple threat substitution. We need to keep the attacking momentum and try and stranglehold grip back on this match. Leon Bailey. Oyarzabal comes on, along with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Aubameyang pushing forward, ready to stop the first pass. Leon Bailey to Royce. Royce back to Aubameyang. Aubameyang. Royce at the edge of the area. Leon Bailey somehow gets a pass in, and Royce gets a second shot, and it's Bailey! It's Leon Bailey. That was one of the hardest goals I've had to score. Royce gets 2 shots denied. Bailey with the cross has to get the follow-up there. If we don't have a 90-pace winger in that exact situation, I don't think that goal goes in. Leon Bailey comes up clutch to score his second goal of the Pokal and wins it there on the day. I'm officially delighted to confirm and announce we have won a treble in our first season with Borussia Dortmund. In today's match, coming up, we have the UEFA Champions League final drawn against, who would have thought, Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. Both of Jurgen's former sides will be battling it out on the European stage. So, if you like the sound of that, support the video by leaving a like and a comment. It really helps out the channel a bunch. So, through our Borussia Dortmund series, we have won the Bundesliga. Bayern finished in 2nd, Hoffenheim in 3rd, and RB Leipzig in 4th. Pretty interesting league campaign. We've won the German Super Cup at the start of the season and the DFB Pokal. We have a chance here today to win the treble of German football. But technically, it's a quadruple. The quadruple is on, boys. Hopefully, we can push through and do it. However, we are facing the Scousers, who have had crazy success on the European stage. You can never forget Istanbul. And, of course, Jurgen Klopp losing 2 previous Champions League finals with Dortmund. So, I'm sure it's going to mean a lot. Let's have a look at how this Liverpool squad has evolved over the year. So, they've got Alisson in goal, still 90 rated. Trent Alexander-Arnold. They've got Kimpembe from PSG, Van Dijk. That's a hell of a partnership there. Fullbacks are the same. Wijnaldum. They're not playing Henderson in midfield. I'm worried about that, Mr. Vanilla. But let's push in there. Hazard. Haaland. Back to Hazard. Oh, here we go. He's quicker than Trent Alexander-Arnold. It's Hazard! Oh, get in, son. It's Torgan Hazard. The better Hazard of the two, in my opinion. What technical ability to push through and burn past Trent Alexander-Arnold. And a finish to top it off as well. So, we are playing with our stock standard starting 11. Torgan Hazard on the left. Erling Haaland up top. On the right-hand side, we have, of course, Sané. In the midfield, Royce, Witzel, and Brandt. Schultz is back from his injury. Unfortunately, we've had to bench Rafael Guerreiro. And on the right-hand side, Hakimi's back. In the defensive line, we have Berkey and Hummels. Brandt over the top. Oh, Haaland beats 2. Oh, that was eerily similar to the goal he scored. Again, oh my God, against Liverpool. Sané there hitting the post. Because that's what really impressed him. Really impressed Dortmund. It was those balls, like, even though he didn't score, beating and getting over the top of Van Dijk. We've got to push and get that. Oh, Haaland flicks to Royce. It's Marco Royce! Yes! If I have to have anyone go one-on-one through on goal, it's got to be Marco Royce. This man is Mr. Clutch. And he's made it 2-0 there just before the 27th. And he's, without a shadow of a doubt, put this game set and match. Pretty snatch and grab. Very minimal number of chances Liverpool have given us. And we've capitalised 2 for 2. Marco Royce scores his 5th goal of the UEFA Champions League campaign. A magnificent goal. Mwah. Liverpool looking to bring something back. They've come back from worse. Mo Salah finds Keita. Jurgen Klopp furious on the line as some of these players were brought in under his managerial reign. Haaland there. Hazard. Trying to find Royce. Turns his man with a cheeky little flick. Haaland does a piece of skill move. And Royce is away. Come on, please. Marco Sané. Oh, I should have gone all the way. I might have scored. I tried to be unselfish. A slow day at the office for Sadio Mane. 39 minutes. Oh, he's just being isolated. We're strangle holding the midfield. Keita comes in. Firmino from range. Keita hits the post. And unfortunately, Firmino doesn't get the follow-up. Mane on the left-hand side. Sané tracking back. Sané with the high-octane press, just closing down the enemy opposition. Look at him trying to go through there. Hakimi has to come in and help out. Berkey, you've got to be grabbing those. I'm surprised. I'm a little bit disappointed that he's gone off his leg. But Schultz has cleaned up Mane there. That's what I like to see. Putting bodies, collateral on the line. Keita facing one of his Bundesliga rivals, the former Leipzig man. Berkey comes out with a punch. I don't like these punches, Berkey. What the fuck you doing? Haaland. He's beaten Kimpembe. Oh, that's a handball. How's he got that away there? Sané, Royce. Oh, Kimpembe's held out well there. For the first 2 opportunities, the defense has been a bit of a shamble. But they are trying to get back some defensive stability. Kimpembe's kept them in there. And Andy Robertson has booted that one all the way up to bloody Scotland. It's time to make some substitutions here now. We've got Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Oya Zabal to run the show, and Leon Bailey. What a season those two have had. Oh, here's a ball from range! Yes! He came as, what, an 82? 83 rated, has gone to 85 now, and throws his fist up to the sky. Had a very slow start to the Bundesliga campaign. I'm not going to lie. I did actually drop him to the triple threat substitution part of the squad because I just felt like over the course of the season, Thorgan Hazard and Sane were performing better. But Mikkel has scored 3 in the league campaign, but he's come up there with the goal. I'm not going to forget that one, Mikkel. Henderson has to come on to bring back some English pragmatic structure to the midfield, I guess, because Liverpool are all over the place. And Leon Bailey's gone through here against Van Dijk. Oh, my God. Oh, he nearly got the follow-up there. He was through. He was away. But that's just being a youngster. Being inconsistent. He put too much meat on those chops. Fabinho now. Valverde. Really? They've signed a couple new additions. This Liverpool squad. Oh, Firmino gets the shot away there. Yeah, they sound Real Madrid, the former Galactico Valverde. But Kimpembe and Van Dijk is like a Liverpool fans' wet dream in defence, to be honest. It's such a good pairing. Aubameyang now, just finding that ball to Leon Bailey. How was Andy Robertson going to not compete to the German maestro? And it goes wide to the right. Leon Bailey is such a good career mode player. He's so eerily similar to Raheem Sterling, both of Jamaican blood, both relatively around about the same size as well. But if you can pick him up earlier off, it's a really good marketplace by Leon Bailey. Such a good career mode player. I signed him in my Chelsea career. Hummels there getting out the tackle and snuffing out that Liverpool attack. Bailey dropping back, running the show on the right. Somehow finds Marco Royce here. Kimpembe has to track back because Van Dijk is out of position. And it's Oyarzabal to make it 4-0. He's come up clutch. He's shown the fist to the sky once more. It's 4-0. And I'm officially delighted to announce, without a shadow of a doubt, we have won the UEFA Champions League final here today with 4 goals. There's no way they're coming back from this one. And that's it. Man, oh man, guys. I want to thank each and every one of you for the fantastic support for this Dortmund's career series. I genuinely wouldn't be where I am as a YouTuber without you guys' support. So I really do thank you from the bottom of my heart. Don't want to get too much sappy shit on. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this Dortmund series. I've had a blast, and I've noticed you guys have as well. This squad is just like perfectly tailored to the way I play. I've had some of the best performances I've played. I can't recommend Dortmund enough. If you can get that winger crisis under your control, the entire team benefits. Even with some of the horrid injuries and upsets we've had in this series, losing Berkey to injury and Hummels halfway through and Schultz in the left back position, we've managed to push on and win the quadruple, which I wasn't entirely sure was going to be possible. My Leicester City squad I thought was going to perform better overall, and we only managed to go and do the double in that series. But we've done the quadruple here today. Marco Royce is absolutely over the moon, and I'm happy that I was able to help out and bring and rebuild Dortmund here today. So let me know if you'd like to see another season in the comments, and what other top European side you'd like me to let's play here on the channel. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're not enjoying the series, feel free to leave a dislike. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box these days. To get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click subscribe, of course, and the bell to join the notification squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. If you guys want to get yourself some cheap and reliable games, maybe some PSN and Xbox codes to buy packs for Ultimate Team, or maybe just some games, I really do recommend checking out my affiliation link, G2A. There's some really good prices, so even just going looking around, to be honest. Anyway, the Patreon and Steam group there as well. Come and join the community on Steam. My name has been Simpzy. Stay tuned for more videos on the channel. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye. Mahrez. whips it into the box. Royce! That is just ridiculous. With the layup, Marco Royce